Welcome in, everybody. We are just about to get started with our Score Attack Community Showcase. Hope you're all doing well. All right, let's get started. Welcome in, Haunt, McCry, Aiken. No mouse cursor on the stream. I do what I want. Mouse cursor in orbit here. All right, I am Austin, community developer at Enhance, and we're about to get started with some good old Score Attack, the head-to-head multiplayer high score versus mode. And yeah, I guess we're just waiting for some of our first matchups to get ready here. You know what, while we're doing that, maybe I'll hop into Score Attack and show what's up while players are getting ready here. So hope you're all doing well tonight, this morning, wherever you are. And we should have some pretty good matches today. And of course, per usual, if you have any questions about the game modes, drop a message in the chat and we would be happy to answer your questions, whether it is myself or a experienced player in our Twitch chat, YouTube chat, etc. Instagram if you're watching from Instagram. Okay, let's get a lobby set up here. Oh, thanks for the raid, Haunt. Actually, I don't see raids on my multi-chat here, so apologies if I miss any raids, so that I can see everybody's chat across platforms here. I hope you had a good stream on your channel. All right, let's hop into a Score Attack match and explain what's going down here while our players get ready. I don't know if Super Shocky is around. A lot of our matchups only have one person available. Is Scaly Dan and Hunt Nog? Well, Hunt should be here. Actually, maybe we can hop right into it. Hunt versus Scaly Dan. Every matchup seems to have one person that is not here, so... Oh, okay, Scaly's here. Alright, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do some first to two wins, and if we might have some players that want to mix up the custom game settings if we want to have some fun with it. All right. Welcome in, Super Shocky. Aiken saying, losing in front of all platforms in a game mode your best at is already embarrassing enough for me. Welcome in, Mario Expert, who I believe is Scaly Dan on Discord. Okay, and yeah, you guys are good to go here. we've got some score attack action. And players, we typically do 10, 15, 20 starts, but yeah, I'm sure players are asking what they would like to do currently in the Discord. These are all friendly matches. Nothing is on the line tonight. So, yeah, we'll see what these players will end up doing. I am sure we are going to see a very popular strategy in the game mode called ST stacking, and I'll happily explain what is happening on the board if that does come into play. But I believe these players also wanted to play some freestyle, which means probably avoiding that strategy. So we'll see what they end up doing here. Haunt, you are welcome to play whatever playstyle you would like to play. All right, here we go. So, okay. If you are new to the game, you're going to be like, these players are probably moving quickly. Why are they going for this weird T-spin kind of thing? Well, T-spins are worth just as much as Tetris's and score attack, with less lines cleared. So as you clear lines, you're going to advance levels. If you start on a high level speed, like level 10, you'll need to get to, in this case, you have to get to 110 lines to level up. All right, so Hunt setting up some T-spins. I think it looks like Scaly is pushing... oh, okay, they're not ST stacking necessarily. So both players are just mixing it up, freestyling, having some fun. Yeah, and we'll likely see the metagame strategy, metagame meaning like the most popular strategy for winning games at some point tonight. But for now, this is actually a nice match to start up on. Keeping it simple, having fun improvising with their stacking method here. Welcome in, Knighting. Knighting, are you down to battle the champion Super Shocky? We'll see if creative name shows up though. Also, with a level 10 start, we get to see more background animations, I believe, that you kind of miss when you start on later levels. Is there a recommended or preferred keyboard mapping? I'm trying to learn to play this on my laptop, but I'm used to playing on console. First off, yeah, if you're more confident in controller, feel free to hook it up to the PC. A lot of our top players, actually, I would say arguably our best players do use controllers. But it really doesn't. If you think keyboard will help you out, I play with a keyboard personally. Yeah, I don't know if there is necessarily a preferred mapping. Some players will use the default. I don't like to use spacebar because I don't know why. I'm weird, I guess. So I usually use just letter keys. Does the default control scheme not feel right with you? If so, what feels different? And then maybe I can give you some recommendations depending on what you don't like about it. But I don't think there's like a de facto control method. I've seen some really weird control methods that players will use to succeed. For example, there's an old school player by the game name of Maserati, And I think they used like one hand, and they were one of the fastest players because they used the numpad on their keyboard, which was interesting. Most players will kind of use something closer to default with like slight adjustments depending on what's comfortable to them. All right, how's our game going here? Pretty close. And yeah, every 10 lines now, because they hit that 100 line mark, they will begin to level up. As you level up in score attack, you have to deal with higher gravity, so the pieces hit the bottom quicker until it hits the bottom instantaneously at level 20. And also, when you get past level 20, the pieces lock in quicker, so you have to be really thinking quickly. So, yeah, in the score versus, like, you're not going to be sending attacks to your opponent necessarily, but you do want to keep an eye on your opponent's score to, like, determine if you need to play risky. Do I want to go for more T-spins to, like, try to get caught up here? Or can I play more conservative and not try to do anything too fancy just to secure the win? Neck and neck, says Super Shocky. It is within 1,000 points, which is actually very close. You're ingrained to use D-pad on the left and rotation on the right. Oh yeah, you could always you could mimic that on the keyboard. Like, I think keyboard does set it where movement is on the right side of your keyboard. Maybe just like rotate it so that your movement is still on your left hand and your rotation is on the right hand. We do have a lot of players that do that as well. Mario Expert looking for, ooh, setting up a triple T-spin. So first is the T-spin double, and now that sets up, oh, that square was unfortunate. There we go. They weren't able to set up the T-spin triple fully because of the gravity, limiting your stacking options in these higher levels, which is why there are certain stacking strategies in score attack when you start on level 15 and 20. One called ST stacking in particular, which we'll see tonight, that allow you to be the most efficient for score while dealing with high gravity. Still really close. I'm not sure which of the two players can advance farther in levels. That's usually a dynamic as well when it comes to score attack, because once you get to like post level 25, you're going to have pieces lock in really fast, so you have to be quick on your feet, and some players can play like super late levels, which is always a spectacle. Our Tetris Effect Connected World Championship in 2023 ended on a spectacle on high level speeds. Ooh, nice job, Hunt, understanding the super rotation system there to not mess up. Nice Tetris, keeping it clean. Really close match still. And oh yeah, another thing, as levels increase, the score from your Tetrises and T-spins also, your score in general will increase. So when you get Tetrises at a higher level, you're going to get more score. So if players are having mistakes in these higher levels, it'll allow the opponent to get caught up easier. Hi from Brazil. I see you on Instagram. Welcome in from Brazil. Hope you're doing well. The land of Pele. Side arc, yeah. Side arc, that is fun. I've done the same thing with my NES controller. Trying to play modern Tetris on an NES controller is kind of goofy. But it's a fun challenge. So unfamiliar with all the terminology used nowadays. Do not be shy, especially we have a lot of like veteran players in the chat, so sometimes I don't realize I'm doing it. If you hear me say something and you have no idea what it means, I can happily elaborate. If there's anything that's confusing, don't be shy. And it looks like Haunt will top out, and Scaly, aka Mario Expert, here is already in the lead. But I think we're at late enough levels where you're welcome to Mullen. And speaking of terminology, Mullen refers to a player, Ben Mullen, that kind of started a funny trend with mulleting. Refers to continuing to play when you've already won. But players often mullen when it's like late levels like this, and they want to just see how far they can get, or if they're like on pace for personal best or something like that. Actually, this is a really nice score from Mario here. This is Mario in the Flesh, the famous platformer from Nintendo, throwing down in Tetris. All right, so Mario Expert will take game one. Sorrowbearer says, score attack, I managed to join until I noticed the time it starts. I think we still have some open slots if anybody wants to play tonight. Just be sure to head to our Discord and in the announcements channel or in the events tab. There's some information about the event. There's also a thread you can join. If you want to participate, just drop me a message in that thread and feel free to tag me if you are new to Discord. We'll get you in here. It's a little more difficult to get everybody in here when we have a ton of people that sign up, but tonight seems like we still have some slots available. Time is the reason, gotcha. GG's indeed. Looks like players are going to continue to freestyle, play against the most common strategies, or play outside of the box here. Although on level 10, you can actually freestyle effectively. You don't necessarily have to ST stack. Still, you want to maintain back-to-back for the highest score, so when you score a Tetris or any form of T-spin back-to-back without clearing a single, double, or triple line clear, you're going to get a score bonus, which is extremely important in high-level score attack play to secure wins. Antonio from X/Twitter. Hi guys, I really love Tetris Effect. I have played on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. Also from Brazil. Hell yeah. So 2 people saying hi from Brazil on different platforms. Welcome in. Do Brazilians enjoy Tetris? Apparently. Happy to have you here. You know what? In our past tournaments, we actually had a fair amount of sign-ups from Brazil. Let's keep that going. Could take out our US and Japanese players. I guess the other Dormy from France is the other player that kind of almost took it all away in 2022. All right, so we are getting into these higher levels here, as players have cleared enough lines after their level 10 start. So score bonuses are going to be higher. I like Mario Expert's confident stacking here. Although when you have a Tetris well in the middle, once you hit these high gravities, it's going to be kind of difficult to maintain. So we'll see if Mario Expert tries to transition where their Tetris well or Tetris opening is on the far left or right side of their board. Still maintaining back-to-back, which is nice. And they do have a nice lead here, but if you make some mistakes in score attack, that lead can disappear quickly if your opponent is thrown down. All right, who do we have up next here? We have, check my matchups. Can't find my mouse. There we go. Atomic Spoons and Side Arc. Not sure if Atomic Spoons is around. I see Side Arc here in the chat. Oh, it looks like Atomic Spoons is here. Okay. Oh, no, they are going to have to pass tonight. So we will find you a match, Side Arc. Maybe you can play Dr. Tano. Alright, how's our game looking? Both players getting a little scrappy, and that can be fun to spectate. Because when you get into these scrappy situations, you may see some clever solves and ways to maintain that Tetris and T-spin score bonus. Nice setup there from Mario Expert and Hot Nog. Also aware of the situation. Also, when you're behind, there's pressure to kind of force yourself to set up for Tetrises and T-spins so you can get caught up. Mario Expert can play a little safer knowing this, but they also want to secure this victory, so may just go for the big score bonuses here. I think Mario Expert kind of made use of their piece preview, knowing that they had some S pieces coming up to kind of greed for that T-spin triple. Sun has risen and you stayed up watching these pros competing. Awesome. Sleep is a great thing, but I will you can do as you please. I'm happy that you are staying up late and watching these players. So Hot actually brought the score a little closer. They are ahead on lines, meaning they have less like runway per se to try to get caught up here. They're gonna have to be quite efficient on these later levels. I know Hot can play pretty far in master mode, so they might be capable of playing into the later levels, which will help them get some extra bonus points. Nice. I assume they really want this T-spin triple, being patient for that long bar. And this score gap is closing. Mario Expert not necessarily, they're clearing singles, and that misdrop is actually a little spooky. So Haunt can get caught up here. See how late Haunt can play level-wise. I have a feeling that Haunt is a little stronger on these later levels, so now the pressure is being put on a Mario expert here. Ooh, nice stall from Mario expert actually to get that T-spin double. And okay, now Haunt is on what's considered master speeds here. Not able to get too far. They do get to level 30, which is nice. Not many players can do that. So Mario expert, unless they choke hard here, it is pretty intense speed. Okay, it looks like they are able to nab the victory. Barely. That was a close match. Let's see how late Mario expert can play here. So not able to play quite as late as Haunt, but they were able to nab some more efficient scoring during the match and able to take the victory. Both players are great though. Look at that double SS ranking. And we are going to hop into the next game. Who is up next, actually? So Atomic Spoons isn't around. I don't think Creative Name is around. Yeah, nice games. All right. I'm going to try to get another match going on here. I think we're going to do Shocky and Knighting. Looks like both players are available. Super Shocky, are you in the building? You are in the Twitch. Last Twitch message. Perfect. Right when I looked. Okay. And yeah, Knighting and Shocky, you can play reggae, or if you want to mix up the settings, just let me know. Both of you are active enough in the community and familiar with each other as players, so do as you please. Room code. I'm gonna drop the room code. Where'd I put it? So Super Shocky, if any of you are newer to Tetris Effect Connected, is considered the current GOAT of score attack. They've kind of written the guide to the best stacking method within it, which we may see here in just a moment. Yeah, Knighting, do you prefer like a classic rule set? Or, I mean, the standard rule set, or do you want to do anything different? If Knighting's anything like me, this is a good opportunity to showcase your skill against the best in the building, or if you want to mix it up, feel free. Ultra mode and a time cap. Okay, we could do that. What is the time cap in mind? What is a good time cap for score attack? 5-minute, constant speed level off. Is that the only difference here? Just ultra? If so, we're ready. All right, so these players want to mix it up. These are two very capable score attack players. I think they want to challenge each other to lower the time limit, which means they probably want to move faster, and they're going to be less careful with their stacking. Because in score attack, you can actually kind of take your time until the later speed levels just to really think it through and make sure you're playing as efficient as possible. But while these players put on the time limit, so now we have a 5-minute time limit, they're going to try to score as much as possible, meaning they're going to probably move quickly. And Super Shocks is going to be kind of scary at this because I know they can stack SC stacking really quickly. So on our Twitch chat here, you know what, I might drop it in some of our other platforms as well. We have a command, st guide. And this will be a guide to what you see written by the player that we see here. Super Shocky. I'll drop that in other chats as well. I'll drop it in YouTube. Drop it on Instagram. Yes, so here is a Google document guide to this stacking method you see right now, which is called ST stacking. It's harder than it looks, but it's very fulfilling when you figure it out. It's actually a good just intro pattern into seeing other patterns in Tetris. And of course, when you recognize patterns, you'll be able to move faster just generally. So, or if you're more of like a zone battle player or like a head-to-head, where you send attacks to the other player, you may come into certain situations where you're like, oh, I see this pattern that I saw from ST stacking that I can employ to really put on pressure. So the more kind of build patterns you learn, the more versatile of a player you'll be. It takes some discipline to, especially for a video game, right, to take your time to learn something like it, but it's usually fulfilling. Almost always, in my case, fulfilling when you finally learn a new strategy or something like that. Hunt Nog with the thumbs up as the spectator. Oh, let's get my face off here. There we go. All right, so we are at halftime here, and Knighting with a really strong lead, actually. And this is no slouch of a player. So Super Shocky is considered to be the best score attack player currently, barely ousting Zen SS from Japan in the recent tournament. But Knighting, our top dog from our other game, Humanity, is throwing down some speed. Really clean ST stacks. Or T-Spin Factory is an alternate name. But Super Shock, don't count him out. That is actually quite the score gap. But Knighting is kind of messing up on their side. So we'll see. Super Shocky is moving quickly. I didn't really catch. I assume Super Shocky must have ran into some issues to be behind this far. Just knowing the caliber of Super Shocky's abilities in this game mode. You know what? They're closing the gap, though. And they're only behind by a level. And when you are behind by a level, that means you have like 10 extra lines to work with. And if all 10 of those lines are T-spin doubles, they might just get caught up. They're actually closing this gap so fast. Only a minute left. I don't know if the time's going to come into play too much. The players are moving quickly regardless. Probably just so that they know it's going to end at some point. So they might just top out naturally around 5 minutes here. Oh my god, Super Shocky is killing it in this post level 20. Look at that lead change, dramatic. Can Knighting still win this? Some nice T-spin finds from Knighting. That was actually insane from Super Shocky, though. I thought Knighting had it in the bag. Oh, time's up. Right before level 30. Well, that shows the players are moving just fast enough to pretty much maximize the whole runway and score attack. They could try a lower level, which would be interesting with the time limit too. Up to them. Looks like Shockey wants to stick to that level 20. Oh, no, 15. All right, 15. Mario Expert saying, Nighting's faster, Shockey's more consistent. Yeah, at least to start. Although Shockey really turned with the speed in that in that last 2 minutes, pretty much. That was crazy. So Nighting not in the best scoring position. Comboing is not necessarily a good scoring method. We'll see if they can turn this into something more T-spin and Tetris heavy. Having a rough start can be a little stressful in this game mode because it's like, oh, now I have to really work my butt off to get caught up. But always play it out, as we saw from Super Shockey. You can definitely overcome a strong lead depending on how your opponent plays. So just play your best, and we'll see what happens. Amy saying that 15 is a good warm-up speed for them. Welcome in, Amy. Are you not entertained? Says, I am amazed and embarrassed. Do not be embarrassed. Literally, you're watching the best player in this game mode right now on the right side. And Nighting is pretty closely ranked, actually. I think Nighting... what is Nighting's final placement in the score attack tournament? Nighting was able to get pretty far in score attack as well. So... it's like if you're watching, like... what's his name? Magnus from chess play. You don't want to be embarrassed when you watch the best players play. This is their thing. If you're watching Shaq dominate some basketball, just understand this is their bread and butter. For the Brazilians that tuned in today, it's like watching Pele. All right. So Nighting is behind. Actually, they have a really similar line count, but rough placements from Nighting, actually. Not sure if they're going to be able to get caught up here. We have a minute 30 seconds left from a level 20, or I'm sorry, level 15 start. I don't even think these players are going to get to level 28. Amy saying you can't compare yourself to the top 10 or 100. Best thing to do is watch them learn, try to get better. Yeah, depends on your goals too. If you like, oh man, I'm terrible compared to this player, I want to get better. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but don't let it discourage you, I guess is a better way to put it. Because players actually improve very quickly in Tetris if you put in the effort. So Nighting, I don't know if Nighting will be able to score 800k here in 30 seconds. But maybe they can style out this last bit here. Time's up. This time up is weird. Alright. Shocky thrown down pretty hard in that round. GG's. Too many double hard drops, says Knighting. Happens to the best. Yeah, if you two stick around, we could do another. If you guys want to try a different custom setup, I think we might get through these matches pretty quickly if you guys want to play again. Alright, who is up next here? Let's see. Nedlow and Aiken, are you around? Let's see if we can get that going. Calling Nedlow and Aiken to participate. Tagged you with the room code in our Discord. And if you want to participate in future community showcases, if you want to show your Tetris skills to the world, challenge a friend or something like that, be sure to join our community Discord. I'm going to plug here in Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. We would love to have you. Looks like Nedlow found their way here. Oh, let's turn off Ultra mode. Nedlow with the trebuchet avatar. I don't see that too often. All right, Aiken is on the way. So we're going to do Aiken versus Nedlow. Aiken is a community showcase veteran. Nedlow shows up to a lot of these as well. I think Nedlow's looking forward to the classic score attack showcase next week. So if you're more into the classic rule set, it's like the old school NES, Nintendo Tetris, rebuilt in Tetris Effect, we'd be happy to have you. Important question. Do humans know about the existence of Tetramidion, or are humans long gone? Good question. I don't know if I'm qualified to answer that. Aiken having some loading issues, no problem. We have any other hard-hitting questions to kill the time until then? Oh, are you not entertained is Nedlow here in Twitch chat. Got it. Good to know. Welcome in. Hopefully you're ready for some score attack. This should be a close matchup. Nedlow asking, are we doing ST or freestyle? Probably up to you. Yeah, you can play it by ear. You can always mix it up between games. Is there ever connected versus showcases? Yes. I think that's my favorite showcase to host, actually. We get a lot of players in here, mix up the bosses, mix up the teams. Probably after Classic Score Attack, connected versus will be next in rotation. So not next week, but maybe the following. unless we have any other special events going on. Okay, so Aiken versus Nedlow. Our battle's done via Tetris in this universe. It sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh plot or something like that. Actually, I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but it strikes me as that kind of vibe. The Tetraverse. Is this universe a giant simulation just to see who the best Tetris player is? Or the best Tetris strategies? Is that what you're getting at? All right. So Nedlow rocking the ST stacking. I know Aiken can throw down. Looks like they're clearing a lot of singles right now. Oh, almost had the PC. I don't know if they were going for that intentionally or not. What is Aiken looking for here? Aiken rocking two-piece preview. It's pretty unique. Alright, Nedlow might be kind of tough to beat here. But Nedlow did mess up their ST stack, so I'll see if Aiken can start scoring Tetrises at the least. Oh, my Instagram. Are we still live on Instagram? Oh yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Instagram looks like it's alive and well. It said it suspected me of automated content or something, so I had to refresh it. I am not a bot. We are... Maybe it was that Tetraverse comment. It's a little fishy. All enhanced games are in separate universes. Is your headcanon interesting? Can Tetris Effect be linked to other enhanced games? There are some like Easter eggs, I believe. There is a Res Infinite avatar. Is there a Luminous avatar? There was a pretty interesting YouTube documentary about kind of the evolution of Mizugushi's games from like the original Luminous into other titles and how they might be connected. It was kind of cool, a cool watch. Can't remember the YouTuber, but we did post it on our socials. And how like humanity kind of brings, I don't know, there's like a they were connecting the vibes and it was interesting. Can't remember the YouTuber right now. All right, so Aiken first to hit level 11 here. That's definitely still Still very possible for Aiken to get caught up here on score. Aiken is definitely freestyling here. Finds a T-spin single. Ooh, T-spin double fine from Aiken. That's what you need to get caught up here. Meanwhile, Nedlow, their board is in an okay state. Looks like they're going to have to clear some singles at some point here. Set up for a Tetris and a T-spin double. And gets it back-to-back for that back-to-back bonus. Aiken actually finding more T-spins now. Will we get a res-themed level in TC in the future? Interesting. That'd be super cool to see. I would love to see that. I do not believe there's plans for that currently, but we never rule anything out. Because Enhance likes to make cool things. Thumbs up from Hot Nog. All right. What do we got here? What's the sitch? Aiken a bit behind on a score, but these later levels, you can make up score quicker. As the higher the level, the more score your Tetrises and T-spins are worth. And who knows, maybe Aiken is a little stronger on these later levels than Nedlow. Nedlow did open with ST stacking, which kind of led for a more efficient start, but we'll see if they can maintain that. Because Aiken is getting more Tetrises in this crucial moment. Finds a... Yeah, that's kind of tricky. They might be able to maintain or still get this T-spin at some point. You need to have a higher center in this tough gravity situation. If you have a high center, it'll be easier for you to get your pieces where you want to. There we go. A better board state from Aiken, but this is still very winnable. Nedlow maintaining this lead, but we'll see what happens in the final moments here. Nedlow finding a T-spin. Aiken also finding some scoring of their own to not let Nedlow run away with it here. Is there a standard or threshold to get a S or SS rating? I feel like I've played really clean games and pretty sloppy games, and I can only best a A consistently or S once in a while. And for those of you that do not understand what I just said, at the end of every match or game in Tetris Effect, it'll give you a letter grade, with the SS being the highest possible. I can't recall the score for score attack that you need for an SS. I want to say it's like maybe. Okay, I want to pay attention after this round to see if they get SS ranks. I want to say like 750k or something, but we'll see. It might be higher than that actually for SS. Sidearc says they think it's 700,000. Gone S and SS in Journey and Effect modes more than multiplayer. Yeah, I think I'm more familiar with the thresholds on single player. Can't recall score attack right now. Ooh, Aiken's going to top out, meaning Nedlow will take game number 1, and they are not going to play it out there, showing some good manners. Yeah, we have an SS from both players there. I do think it's around, yeah, the 700k area range. Ooh, level 8 start. That's a mix-up. I like it. We got a thumbs up from Nedlow. So this should put on no gravity pressure. Players should... There's a slight gravity pressure, but you can take your time and try to play super efficient, which can be fun. Ooh, Aiken seen the spin there into a T-spin triple. Yeah, we'll see if Aiken can have a stronger start than last time. Aiken's familiar with spins and whatnot, which is interesting. I think Aiken just needs to go for a bit more, even just Tetrises. Get more out of your line clears here. And be pretty strong. Nedlow with a really clean stack, though. What happens when you go to the location of journey levels? What do you mean by that? Such as the space station in orbit? Then you are in space. What journey mode would you like to visit the location of the most? What journey mode level? Maybe the cabin in the woods with like the wind going through the window. That'd probably be my choice. Oh, it looks like our Instagram did go down. Let's get this bad boy back up. I thought I was a bot. Alright, we should be back live on Instagram, hopefully. How's our game looking here? This is actually a bit closer of a start. Aiken picking up the pace here on scoring, putting more pressure on Nedlow, finding more T-spins. And it is neck and neck. Oh, Downtown Jazz. Good choice. You need to play more journey mode. You can't think of the locations offhand. Some of them might be kind of spooky. Like Kaleidoscope. Yeah, like maybe Balloon High. Balloon High is a good one. Actually, I think the scariest one would be the deep. The ocean scares me. I don't know if I'd want to be at the bottom of the ocean, personally. A lot could go wrong. Really close match here. And they did start on a lower level, a level 8 start, so we still have a lot of runway here for scoring to happen, for Aiken to get caught up here. Nice T-spin triple from Aiken. The highest scoring maneuver. Actually, perfect clears are the highest scoring maneuver, or all clears. Those are harder to plan for on higher gravities. You don't like Balloon High? What? Balloon High is a good vibe. You don't like the children cheering for you? $32-point lead. Yeah, super close. Will Aiken be able to bring it to a tiebreaker match? I don't care what skill level you are in Tetris, as long as it's a close match, it is a good watch. So Nedlow stacking a little high here. Just have that T-spin double ready. Nails it. Finds a quick T-spin double follow-up. Nails it. Aiken sets up this is called a fractal setup when you have, they opt to. Oh, interesting find. Aiken's T-spin vision, I can tell they're cooking a little bit, but yeah, I think give Aiken some time. They could be a really strong player here in our community, and they've been active, so it'll be interesting to see how this player evolves. Because I see Aiken have like some fundamentals for good T-spin vision. They're missing things, but also finding brilliant solves. So I can see it. I see a glimmer of potential. All right, Nedlow maintaining just a slight lead this whole time. Actually, Aiken did take the lead at one point, but it's really close. And Nedlow they're a little bit higher on their board, so. Oh, you know what? Aiken is ahead on lines too, so they have less space to score. They're going to reach these higher levels, which will force the player to top out sooner than Nedlow will. Double Tetris for Aiken should help out. They do have the lead. Can they secure this this game though? I like where Aiken's head is at right now. You kind of want to force T-spins or Tetrises at this point. Oh, it doesn't go for the T-spin double, but they do have... Oh, no! Okay. Nice. T-spin double for Aiken, much needed. Nedlow getting Tetris ready, nails it. How can Aiken get caught up here? This T-spin is a start. There we go. Tetrises and T-spins are worth a lot more at this stage. Oh, it's getting spicy. Ooh, some rough placements from Aiken. Feeling the pressure of this higher gravity. Ah! Can they bring it down? Uh-oh. No. That was so close. Some rough placements there on level 25. And Nedlow is our winner. Feel free to play out this last point here. Nice game from Aiken, though. Definitely a step up from game 1. Can we get to level 28 on Nedlo's side? Oh, missing that T piece. And that'll do it. Double SS. 2 strong players. Good game. Who do we have next? Who did we not get to yet? We have Dr. Tano versus 2BD. Maybe Dr. Tano versus Sidearc might be the go. What's Dr. Tano's rating? 7,000. They might be pretty good, though. Do we have any other... What was Sidearc around? 5,000? We got a GG from Houston, Texas, Radio DX on YouTube. Welcome in. All right, let's get. You want to? Oh, Dr. Tano's already in here. We want to do Sidearc versus Dr. Tano. If you're up for the challenge, I think Dr. Tano might be decent. Sidearc, if you so Sidearc's playing on an NES controller, which may be a bit of a nerf, depending on. You could play Modern pretty effectively on a NES controller. It probably just takes a lot of practice. All right. Either way, we can play for fun. Nothing's on the line here. Sidearc versus Dr. Tano. Tagging you with a room code on Discord. And yes, if anyone wants to participate in these events in the future, be sure to join the official Enhanced Community Discord. You can sign up to play on these Friday nights, unless we have a special occasion with like top players like Blue Scooty, Miles, and Sodium in the recent Classic Score Attack showcase. All right, players hop. Oh, that was quick. Hopped right into it. Level 21 start. Interesting choice. Let's see how they handle this high gravity. What game is this? This is Tetris Effect connected on pretty much any gaming platform. Happy to explain more. Umi. The game mode, this is part of the multiplayer. We're playing Score Attack. One of the 3 1v1 game modes available in Tetris Effect Connected. Kind of a chill, well, not always chill, depending on who's playing, but yeah, kind of a high score battle. But you can play differently depending on how your opponent's playing, right? So if you're like your opponent's messing up, you can play more conservatively, or if you know you're behind, you can try to play a little more aggressive or take more risk with your stacking. So there is still like a head-to-head element there. How many people can you play with at most? So yeah, we have the 3 1v1 modes, and then we have a 4-player mode. It's actually a 3v1, which I definitely recommend checking out. And on Saturdays, we have a ranked queue for that 3v1 mode. And there's a 3 versus AI co-op that you can work through, just called Connected. Yeah, so at most 4 players. Or technically 8 players if you have, or what is it? I guess more than that. Is it just 8? because you have spectators. But that's a little different. All right. Did you play any Tetris, Umi? If I'm saying your name correctly. What is this color scheme? This is... Oh, good point. Both players are using the traditional... Or, I'm sorry, customized block skin. So this is level 1 colors. Also the same as a level 0 palette in classic score attack. I think, yeah, the color palettes in score attack are just the classic score attack levels +1. Oh, I missed your question, Mario Expert. Let's find your question. So, Austin, you mentioned PC used to be highest scoring, but isn't it only Tetris PC, or... Oh, I missed side arc. Topped out. Tetris PC, or is score attack different? Wait, is all clear not the highest scoring? Well, I guess all clear strategies technically are. If you... Yeah, like you said, Tetris all clears. In conjunction with some T-spin setups. I guess a base all clear isn't the highest, isn't it? Or isn't the highest, is it? Excuse me. Your eyes hurt? Was it the level choice? I like the classic, well, classic in my eyes, level 20 colors here. Yeah, the scoring may vary depending on if it's an official game or not. Ciderk with a pretty clean start here. Hitting those Tetrises. Oh, this is a much closer start here. All clears, says Sean Photograph. Welcome in. That is not true, hon. Actually, not sure why we lost our partner badge. This channel has never been monetized, though. All right, side arc thrown down. Dr. Tano maintaining that left well. What's up? Not much. We're just chilling on our Friday evening with some community matches. Nothing on the line, just stacking some blocks. Hope you're having a good evening. Q Data says, watching Tetris live stream at work is my favorite activity. Glad to hear it. How's work going? I am ready for this weekend. Last weekend I went to Genesis to watch some classic Tetris and Super Smash Bros. For anybody that's familiar, it was pretty cool. So I want a chill weekend, so I'm looking forward to it. Anybody playing any new games outside of Enhanced Land, or in Enhanced Land? Bit of a tongue twister there. Started playing Tetris again recently. Persona. I've never played Persona. I know it has a lot of fans. I don't know why I haven't really. I'm pretty familiar with like the gaming world, right? But I don't know why I've never really. I don't know if it's the art style or what, but I haven't like looked up what Persona is exactly. Maybe it's not even the art style. It's just like, because I've played other games with a similar art style. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know anything about that game. 80+ hour RPG, got it. You know what? I might like it then. I do like some classic long RPGs. Earthbound probably being my favorite. But I like some other ones, even some ones that are not considered good. More for nostalgia reasons, probably. How's our game looking here? Side arc, not topping out early this time. A bit of a score gap, but like I mentioned, these back-to-back Tetrises will be really helpful in attempting to get caught up here. As the higher levels, the more the Tetris is worth. Nice foresight from Side Arc using that T-spin to tuck in there. Or not T-spin even, just a T-tuck rather. Q-piece tuck. And yeah, good play from Side Arc. Just keep it chill like this, and you never know if your opponent might goof up here and you'll secure the lead. If you're any good with T-spins, that's one way to get caught up here, because they are more efficient, but you can also take a more conservative approach and just nail those Tetrises back to back, and things could be looking good. Oh, you know what? Side Arc's also behind by 20 lines. So think about that. That's what, 5 Tetrises? I think 5 Tetrises of score would bring it very close, like neck and neck here. The issue is it's becoming a higher gravity, so it's going to be kind of tricky. Oh, misses. There we go. His Tetris has a little more space to work with now. It's going to be really tough to get caught up from here. Either way, a pretty good game from Side Arc. Dr. Tano is towards the top. We'll see how long Side Arc can stay alive. This is technically winnable, but unable to downstack from the very top there. That was a good match. Pretty close. Yeah, their per line average was very close. I think Dr. Tano just played a little farther. GG's. Who is up next? Do we miss any matchups? We might end right on time today. I think the other matchups we missed, they're just not here, right? So we might have time for one more here. I did offer Super Shocky and Knighting. If you wanted to play another match, you're welcome to. Whoever's around here. Looks like Haunt is still around. Who did you play last time, Haunt? Oh yeah, Mario Expert, Scaly Dan. Would you two like to play again? Yeah, we could have a Haunt. Yeah, let's do that. You two are available. Let's do it. Haunt and Mario Expert rematch. Same room code in the Discord here. All right, Sean, thanks for stopping by and chatting with us here. And yeah, enjoy your Persona action. And Tetris, for that matter. Hopefully we'll see you around. Yeah, we're scheduled to end at in 8 minutes from now, but we'll see how this match goes. All right, so we are back to the traditional Tetris colors. A lot of players like to use the traditional colors just because it helps them. I guess there's similarity to other Tetris games, so you may have a muscle memory there already. Also, the color of the pieces can help some players like determine or read their piece preview, if that makes sense. So if like in your side vision you may see you have like a purple piece coming up, you're like, oh, my T piece is coming, I can stack for that, right? Although you can kind of do the same with monochrome just by shape. It depends. Whatever floats the boat. T-spin double from Mario Expert 1999. And Haunt set up for takes the burn, but hits a back-to-back T-spin double into a Tetris. So this is a pretty good matchup here, as proven by the matchup earlier that also went down. Sidearc saying they never even realize they're looking at their pieces. It's just subconscious. Yeah, at a certain point, it becomes that way, right? But yes, top players definitely utilize that piece preview to the max. Some people do like to keep it low. There are some like surprisingly good players that do not use the max amount of piece preview, but it depends on the game mode. Classic score attack, you're only going to have one piece preview regardless, but I think it's pretty important for this mode that like where you want to maximize efficiency, right? At least at the very highest level. But take your time. You don't need to utilize all the previews right away. Eventually, if you play this game enough, it's just going to click. Ooh, nice setup from Mario Expert to get back into that T-spin once they throw down that S piece to create that overhang. And Haunt's stacking a little higher, but they're stacking in a way that they can, yeah, so look, they're trying to maintain these, they're like pre-placing these overhangs so that they can kind of build around it to create more T-spins. Even if it doesn't always work out, like, because T-spins are so much more efficient than Tetris's, they're double the efficiency. It's okay to burn a single here and there, even if you mess up the setup. Traditional colors always work and worth. Cute Data saying monochrome is elite. I do like watching players play with monochrome because there's like a certain art style to it, especially in zone battle. You have like blue versus gold. but not too many people can utilize monochrome at the highest level. There are some players that can rock it pretty well, though. And yeah, I guess in score attack it can be fun to watch because the colors change every level. All right, how's our game looking? Pretty efficient here from Mario Expert. Yeah, that T-spin triple into a T-spin double setup, and look at that nice placement of that red Z piece to create that T-spin overhang. So good T-spin vision from Mario Expert. Meanwhile, Hot Nog forcing some T-spins, which is the way to go. Set up for a Tetris. They can, yeah. Oh, okay. There was a tricky T-spin triple setup there, but opts for the T-spin double, which is just as efficient anyways. Play within your comfort zone. A bit high of a center here for Haunt. Hopefully they don't mess this up. Gets the Tetris to bring it down. Almost messed that up. Nice. Into that T-spin double. But Mario Expert is maintaining a pretty comfy lead. As we get into these later levels, the scoring will be higher, so there's more comeback potential, if that makes sense, in the later levels. So with this knowledge in mind, Haunt may want to play more aggressive, and Mario Expert may want to play a little safer, but you gotta be careful playing too safe because you just allow your opponent to get caught up. Alright. T-spin double find for Haunt. Uh-oh. That placement's a little spooky for Haunt Nog. Haunt can... Oh, unfortunately, no IRS can save you with the square and the T piece there. And Mario Expert takes this game with a mini T-spin. GG's in the chat. For those of you just tuning in, I see we have some people joining on Instagram. We host these showcases every Friday, kind of since the start of the new year here. So if you want to throw down in a community showcase or challenge a friend, we will stream and commentate it. And if you want to just get to know, find people to play Tetris with, be sure to join our community Discord at discord.gg/enhance, and we'd be happy to have you. Yes, we started streaming on Instagram. When was our first Instagram stream? I guess last week. Look at that funky setup from Mario Expert. Nails that T-spin. I kind of like Haunt's board right now. I know it looks a little sketchy, but there's oddly enough a lot of scoring potential here. Because Mario Expert... Oh, Mario Expert setting up for a T-spin triple. What's the follow-up here? Because, yeah, kind of weird residue. So, you know what? They actually fill it in for Tetris to maintain that back-to-back. Very nice. So, good efficiency here from Mario Expert. Even taking that T-spin single. Love to see it. Nice back-to-back maintenance. Boom. Tetris for Mario Expert. Pretty close game here. Haunt Nog is moving a little quicker, though. So I think Mario Expert has been slightly more efficient. But if Haunt finishes quick enough. This is kind of hard to really do, but if you move fast enough, you can. When you top out, it forces a 2-minute countdown timer. So you can leverage speed if you're not as efficient. So that the opponent would have to get caught up to your score within 2 minutes. Although with a level 10 start, this actually probably more viable than it would be on like a level 15 or 20, because it takes more lines to finish the game. So you can kind of create a larger runway, if that makes sense. And if I'm speaking gibberish, I'm happy to elaborate to anybody. Q Data says, finally I can delete Twitch. Twitch isn't so bad, is it? I kind of stay within my bubbles of the games I like, so it's not so bad on my end. Twitch is great if you're only following Enhanced Experience, right? Actually, I take that back. Follow other community members. There's a lot of great Tetris streamers out there if you're looking to get better or just chill out. How's our game looking here? So Haunt is ahead by 20 lines, actually has a score lead. It does seem like they're possibly trying to utilize speed a little bit. It can be tricky, like I said, but because our expert is playing really efficient. Oh, also, yeah, we're gonna have a Discord hangout tomorrow. I know a lot of you, a lot of the frequent faces I see in chat have been showing up to some of them, but bi-weekly we're doing the full moon hangout. Full moon referring to the in-game multiplayer full moon, where we unlock connected verses for ranked play, and you can unlock special avatars. Also, it's timed around the weekend ritual, so if you're looking to just have a social Tetris experience, join our enhanced Discord. Sometimes we get a lot of people that participate in those, so I usually hang out there for a little bit, and so do our enhanced moderators. If you're trying to find somebody to play games with, whether it's just a co-op or want to play some friendly matches or snipe and ranked, a lot of people do the ranked connected versus matches, which can be fun when you have the other, whether it's your opponent or your teammates, in voice chat. Playing in voice chat in connected versus is, I think it's a more fun experience, fun way to experience the game mode. Followed on IG. Good to hear. Yeah, maybe we'll get more viewers on IG in the future. We haven't been as active there as, say, like X, for example. X or Twitter. But that will likely change. Eventually, we'll be streaming on TikTok. We've kind of been pushing a new account there. Just need to get our followers up. All right, how's our game looking? So Mario Expert with a pretty comfortable lead, but anything can go down on these later levels where the score is higher. And I believe Haunt is more capable of playing in those late game levels, so that could come into play, or playing in an advantage here, because that might be like an extra level where Haunt Nog can get some extra points, whereas Mario Expert may not be able to. With that being said, I'm actually not too sure on Mario Expert's high level capability. I know for sure that Haunt Nog is pretty good at Master Mode. which means you're good in high gravity situations. Oh, thanks for the follows on Instagram from Circle and Cute Data. I like that spelling. Circle K. Circle K with an SERKLE. That's an amazing username. Shout out to Circle K. The user, of course. Alright, got a high stack for Mario Expert here. With this high gravity, it can be hard to set up for T-spins if you're not in like a specific pattern setup, or depending on where your well is. Ooh, nice fix with that that J piece from Mario Expert. You know what? Haunt has a much more comfortable lead, but they're ahead on quite ahead on lines. Now look, Haunt is in this level 29 speed, which is crazy. They do get to level 30 again. Is that 290 lines? Now can Mario Expert get caught up here? They certainly can if they can play these high speeds, but it seems like they're less comfortable in the high speed situation, so they're clearing a lot of singles. This isn't free. It's not a win per se yet for Mario Expert. That T-spin double is huge though. That looks like they have another one ready. They're hitting it. They need one more should do it. I think a Tetris might even do it. Yeah. So GG, another good game between these two. Mario Expert with a little bit of an edge. Just some pretty clever efficient stacking, so nicely played. GG, says Haunt. Yeah, close game, policy changes. Policy, we're doing, I know policy changes on Twitch is a classic score attack player. We'll be doing that next Friday if you want to participate. Okay, I think we've gone through all of our matches here. Thank you everyone for participating. I think we'll end, actually we're 10 minutes over still. Oh, welcome in Kronos. Sorry I missed some chat here. Let me speedrun chat real quick. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We'll be doing these showcases every Friday, at least that I'm available to. And on occasion we'll have a special showcase with some high-level players and whatnot. But yeah, looking forward to the weekend, playing some games. Like I said, it'll be in the Discord tomorrow. We'll be playing some Tetris Effect in voice chat. If you're looking for a social experience, be sure to stop by the Discord. Plug that in chat real quick. Join the Enhanced Discord at discord.gg/enhance. Plop that in Instagram chat. Yeah, so that was a fun night. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you tomorrow or next Friday, depending on who will be showing up to that. Yeah, no problem. Always happy to host it. Not much I like more than Tetris, honestly. So I like to watch some Tetris and chill out with the Enhanced community. It's always fun. Is there a channel in Discord for more info? So if you're in the Discord, make sure you have the community events role. If you scroll at the top of the Discord, there should be a channel and roles section, and you can select community events. And every time we have a community showcase, that will be pinged. So if you want to participate in the future, be sure to select that role. If you join the Discord for the first time, you can also select it then during the onboarding process. Or there's even a Get Roles channel where you can select it. So there's plenty of ways to stay up to date on that. Cool. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. We could throw a raid somewhere on Twitch. I will stop the stream first, just so I can have a lot of windows pulled up here. But stick around if you want to raid somebody on Twitch. And actually, let's pull that up here. Who's playing? He's playing some good old Tetris Effect. You know what? We're just going to close out the stream. When I raid from this channel, I tend to like to know who I'm raiding. So, all right. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow in the Discord if you stop by the full moon event, or next Friday, same time. If you want to play some matches against other players on the community and you want me to shoutcast it, be sure to stop by. All right. Have a good night, morning, evening, wherever you are.